Hey guys, what's going on? Nexus here, bringing you a special Guild Wars 2 dungeon run walkthrough playthrough. Unfortunately, this is post-commentary this time because, as you can see, I'm going to be bringing you with my very gimmicky necromancer, scientist, a sheriff, anything for science build. This is post-commentary because the old commentary was from the pre-patch, and I want to talk about some things about, like, happened in this last update that changed dungeons drastically. So, yeah, first of all, you can check out my gear here. I think I'm just going to show it off to you. I don't remember what I said here. But things that changed in this battle, they removed that exploited branch, which I think we're actually going to be using in this video to trap them and make them walk around. But the only thing that's different is that you're going to be running around a lot more in the actual video. If you didn't know, this path is going to be forward up. We'll eventually bring you all the paths. Right now, forward up and up we're done in the, or, you know, first up path to all the spider garbage was my first path that I chose to do. Here I'm just going to ask if they want to skip, if they want to do it. So I guess we're going to fight. I don't know why I summoned my golem, but I did. I assumed we were going to fight, but I guess we're waiting for someone. Anyway, the things they changed, they added more waypoints. They removed that exploited branch. I did the spider run recently, just yesterday, actually, by the time I'm doing this recording, which is the 1st of March. So, yeah, I've been I had this footage laying around, so I thought I might as well upload it for you guys and talk about what's going on with this. The added waypoints are fucking fantastic. I like that a lot more than having to backtrack every time you die if you decide to skip a lot of enemies. Because honestly, the way dungeons are built, it's really hard to take on enemies like these dogs, for instance. Here I'm just going to spam like first attack, just try to keep my distance and condition them to death as much as possible. So things on changes in dungeons, you got biggest one is Escalating Catacombs. Surprisingly, that one I have not done at all. So my walkthrough of that place is completely outdated. So I'm thinking if you guys want to see me go ahead and do it, or just continue forward for the dungeons, I can. Catechus and Manor is going to be after Twilight Arbor. I know this is a weird order for things, but honestly, the 3 dungeons I know most in this game were Escalating Catacombs, the old one, Twilight Arbor, and Crucible of Eternity. I have started doing Sorrow's Embrace recently, and I have not touched Honor of the Waves yet. I've just finished the storyline with that one. It's just that I had no interest in the armor and the gear, so most of my dungeon playthroughs are based around that. I finished some of the raw paths finally. I'm just trying to work my way through there. It's just hard to get a group when when you're like, I've never been here before, so bear with me. And it's not like I have trouble, because the one time I actually did go through it, I made it through my first try, and we beat Giganticus Lucas without any hassle, and there were like 3 new people. I mean, dungeons aren't necessarily hard. It's not like it has to be a race to DPS everything to death all the time. It's all, I mean, you got your dodges, you got your stuff here. Me, I'm just getting up in their grizzles with my conditions. I'm basically trying to take this guy out, as you can see from this video. Twilight Arbor editions, I don't think there really is anything except for a couple of waypoints, some mob changes here and there. They changed Laurent's entourage. So now he has, like, instead of like a shit ton of fucking control freak, like, knights, he at least has a cultist, 1 knight now, but I mean, it's still a knight, they're freaking hard to kill. And an archer, I believe, which isn't too bad. So, this, if you didn't know, this is my condition necromancer. I have 2 builds for this particular one. This is the armor for gimmicky armor set that summons golems, and I have golem as my elite skill, so I like to sort of roleplay the scientist Ashura here. But she's also a necromancer, as you can tell from the video. If I really wanted to go apeshit insane on conditions, I would have Plague Form as my elite, which I do in serious battles and places where I know we're going to have a lot of trouble. If the group doesn't really know what they're doing, I'll switch up there and try to help out the new people a little bit more. But right now I'm just having fun, just showing off that though I have the lack of stun break and basically condition curing and resistance to crowd control and no access to stability whatsoever without having to trade into something, I can show you that necromancers can in fact do dungeons pretty damn well, and people that say you're too squishy and stuff should just Shut up. Come on, guys. This is a game. Have fun. Every class can do something. It's a little bit harder. I mean, there is a drastic difference from doing this dungeon with my Necromancer and my Guardian. My Guardian doesn't have trouble at all. It's like a cakewalk, really. And probably more so for warriors at this point. But I digress. We're going to be doing, like, the first boss here is the Greater Nightmare Vine. You have to kill 4 vines, I believe, for it to actually appear. And then you have to worry about them respawning. As soon as they all respawn, the battle gets a shit ton harder. So it's kind of a race. This part's pretty much a DPS race to basically kill the vine before he manages to get all 6 of his Nightmare Vines up and start shitting garbage. Does he have 6 or is it just 5? I don't know. If it's 5 or 6, whatever, when they res, they start shooting acid. You can see all the red circles. You can't block that. You can become invulnerable and avoid damage, but and dodge roll through it, but as soon as you're standing, it just keeps on damaging you. Which I thought was dumb that they said they nerfed it. That stuff does a lot less damage, but there's more of it. So it's like, well, the DPS is still there. Anyway, we killed this guy. It was pretty easy. He dropped some silver, some other stuff. Some nifty garbage, I guess. Oh boy. Dead people. We'll be going up for this path, I believe. So forward, no, not up first path, but forward, up, rather. Up will be next time, and then I'll save the hardest for last, which I'll probably be doing with my Guardian, because honestly, I don't even know how I'm going to do it with the new changes. It's going to be absurd. Sorry for the yawning. Just done a lot of recording this morning, so I'm trying to get all this stuff out of the way as soon as possible. We're going to be following, what's her name? Bella Lawrence. Good job. This is all vaguely familiar to me right now. If you guys are interested, I can easily show off my builds, but I don't think anyone's too interested in my Necromancer, considering it's like the one of 2 Necromancers that actually work right now. So, and then my Guardian is a shout support Guardian that buffs might particularly well. With the staff and greatsword, it's DPS pretty much. It basically brings out the maximum DPS the party can deal. If we had a mesmer and a bunch of warriors in that Guardian, I think it'd be pretty damn good. But, you can see my armor's actually going to activate right here. This is going to be a long narration. What other changes were added to this? I don't know, but the loot in the world events is a lot better. I really should save some of this stuff for the podcast when Cash around with my do one. I'm not sure. It's been hard to get him involved, considering, like, just A-Net's been dropping the ball recently. And anyone that's like a super fanboy is going to say, no, you guys are too clouded. I mean, I love Guild Wars 2, like, probably more than the next guy. But that's what hurts me so much about it, is that A-Net's just wasting the potential. The game's got good lore, good systems that do work when they do work. So, the fundamentals are all there, it's just that the balancing needs tweaking. Dungeons need to be funner, maybe add a couple dungeons. Like, I wish they would add a couple paths to a dungeon or something and make the dungeon rewards better. Because some of these fights are really hard, but the only good reward I can see getting out of dungeons right now that I've ever gotten was tokens. And maybe an exotic. Like, I've gotten 2 exotics from a dungeon before, that's it. And it was from the same run, somehow. It was a prototype sheath and Spade of the Deep. Both came off of different forms of Subject Alpha, that's right. I fought him the last time he dropped Spade of the Deep, and the first time I battled him, he dropped Wondrous Bag of Goods and the prototype sheath. Was it the last form? It was the other way around. It was flipped somehow, if that's the case. But other fundamental problems with Guild Wars right now, the fact that the problem that hurts me has hurt me since the beginning of the game, is the fact that I have no choice but to play a good character. Like, there's no faction choices. There's always join Destiny's Edge. You can't join the Nightmare Court or the Inquest, which would be freaking fantastic. I'd like the option to have different groups have dark alliances and, you know, not necessarily have to be super evil to join these things, but have the choice to do so. Your character doesn't have to be super evil, and, like, what if you want to join Zaitan? Like, seriously. Where's the option that some game MMOs give you to join? Well, not MMOs, but RPGs in general to get you to join the bad guys. I know joining Zaitan might be a little bit crazy and outlandish, and this probably hints that there's actually a dragon working behind the Nightmare Court that's corrupting them. But other than that, come on, guys. I hate playing the Goody Two-Shoes, especially when you take away my choice to play nothing but a Goody Two-Shoes character. It just feels like it hurts a little bit. So, we're going to take out this Never Warning. You can skip that last part as you can see to the video. After this part is 4 archers guarded by shields. And there's portal system, so you can jump to the portal, hit them in the back, and just go at them all you want. But so far, the loot, open world loot for the meta events like Shadow Behemoth. Don't get me started about Shadow Behemoth and Final Rest. My guild's whole existence was about treasure hunting, and we were actually seeking that thing out forever. And God Spiral was disappointed to find out us and our 6 currently active members from 20 are just like, we're just shooting ourselves in the face because of like the guild missions, Final Rest, and everything just being so fucking dumb. Because we don't even invest in Art of War. I've started queuing up Art of War, and we're about to unlock level 5, so it's just hard. We need more guild members, because right now I'm single-handedly supporting the guild. So if you're watching this video, you're a Maguma, join God Spiral. Come on, guys, we need the members, and it's not like it's going to be that hard. I play this game probably about a couple hours a day at this point, and I've still somehow to earn like 10,000 influence a day simply by just farming gold and buying stuff. Well, not really particularly farming gold. I do a lot of dungeons, and with my Gildan Infusion on my necklace, I can actually get some stuff because I have the Ascendant Amulet Triforce Pendant on my Guardian with Gildan Infusion. I spent my laurels on coin boosters, so I'm basically trying to get as much money as I can to help out the guild at this point. So, can't really make a better case than that. We hate advertising, but we like it when people come to us asking if they want to join, because we've had that happen before, and that's mostly where all our members come from. But I digress. We're going to be killing these guys, but I've already mentioned pretty much what you do here. You got to go to these portals. You see where the gear appeared? There's rotating portals that pop up around. See if theirs is connected to there when you find new portals. They rotate. But being the Necromancer, my scepter can basically pierce through this. I think projectiles cannot pass through it, which is why I can't use number 4, considering it counts as like a missile, I'm pretty sure, something like that. But yeah, this part's long and winded. Dear God, this is what most dungeons are. It's basically enemies kill you in like 3 or 4 hits, and you take hours to kill people. There's no strategy. Look, they're not even moving! The strategy here in the gimmick is they have bubble shields, which is okay, I suppose, but it's not particularly fun. I probably shouldn't have done this like narration the first time, but like I said, it's kind of outdated. I'm going to talk about all the drastic changes. Here is going to be a waypoint in the newer version of the dungeon. A waypoint's going to appear in this room as soon as you defeat these guys, so that big run coming up, you don't have to worry about getting hit or dead there. You can just kind of feel like a safety net, sort of, that you come back to this point. You can go repair, pop back right here, and make your attempts again. Though, if you keep dying, it's going to add up, of course. There we go. Slay the court, count to the blood. Which I think is Laurent. But I got some potions, which is nice. I'm going to go ahead and drink one, because obviously dogs piss me off. Wow, this is a long time ago. I can see I don't even have my Nightmare Court Armor. That's probably why I was doing this dungeon when I recorded it, was because I was trying to get Nightmare Court Armor for my Necromancer, for Minion. Now we run! Yes, we do. And we try our best not to fucking die. Which sucks for me, because I have no stun break, so if they knock me down or get controlled, I'm just fucking screwed. So I'm going to try my best to stay in the middle of this horde of people. Which is fantastic. I guess we're going to run all the way through here. Which is fine, I guess. Wow, I'm surprised that they died back there. I'm the one that doesn't have any, like, immunities and stuff. And this was probably where I was like, where the fuck are you guys? You coming? Oh, no. I think me and the other Necro made it somehow. This is sad. This place requires a lot of stun break and a lot of croc control immunity, but you know, well, Necromancers do have the Death Shroud stability thing, I think. They went a tree into it, but I'm treed into Spite, Curses, and blood magic. The one that makes like health transfers better and stuff. So, damn, they got fucked up. I guess this our other person over here, which I believe is a thief, is gonna go over there and self revive them. Oh, another thing that's a little bit tricky in this dungeon is that I think I'm about to, one of these runs, I'm going to attempt to use one of my Ash Legion spy kits to help them. Now there's a 60-second cooldown on those things, which, kinda sucks. So, no stealthing anymore, especially during the dredge mission. Oh my god, we did the dredge mission the other day after this, exactly after this update. It took a lot longer. Well, I'm just gonna say that it just took a lot longer to do, and it gave me a headache. The dredge one, my god, it takes too goddamn long reading that. You got to shorten that fucking thing down. First of all, you make one fractal as long as 2 fucking fractals. Or 3 even. It's like a dungeon run and a half. It literally takes us like an hour to get through it because, first of all, the mini-boss with his minions spawning garbage, if you attempt to do it the safe route, it takes too goddamn long. And if you just rush in there, you're going to be overcome by a dredge army. Which is fucking ridiculous, guys. Come on. It's like a chore. It should not feel like a chore. It should be fun, as they say where I come from. As they say in the culture of my people, I would like it to be fun. I like fun games. Fun games are fun. I don't know what accent that was, but that's wherever my people are from, which is Scotland for some reason. So it's weird that I don't have a Scottish accent, but my family's from Scotland. Only back 2 generations, though, so I was born and raised in America. But my grandpappy came from Scotland. So, it's fun times. And this is the fun part run here. I think I should probably not... Oh, right, they have fear. I forgot. Is this the one where I actually get fucked by fear in garbage? One of these, I'm pretty sure I actually die. I don't always make it. But when I do, it's amazing. Alas. This fucking shit. But we all made it, actually. This is a pretty good group. Not even gonna lie. Ran this dungeon a hell of a ton trying to make me some gold. And this group's pretty good. Especially considering we got a necromancer, a couple guardians. Actually, 2 necromancers, 2 guardians, and a thief. It's a good combination. I'm liking it. Got a char. We actually have... Do we have all the races? Holy crap. No, we don't have the Solari. We have 2 chars. I'm gonna try not to aggro... Oh, never mind. This is not up path. I was like, I'm trying not to aggro the mesmer here, but I was like, wait a minute. That's the next path. We're not gonna be talking about that one right now. We're talking about this one with the Laurents and the tree with the mesmering and the stuffs. And this part's pretty easy. You just gotta run past the 1 archer pretty much, which is good. I wonder if you backtrack through there if you can actually do the dungeon again. I don't know if you want to, though. It's probably a lot easier if you don't try to do it all in one thing. You can't, because,
The first lesson in war is to wipe out your enemy. And that includes generals and
I don't know what to do here, unless I'm really... This is the part where I don't know. Sometimes I have a hard time deciding what the fuck I'm gonna do, like with my setup with my necromancer, especially for a particular reason.
I'll use her as kindling to burn down the grove.
I hate everyone.
Perhaps I would have found a better place for you in my ranks.
Kill her. The greatest thing ever, though, was in one run on Path 3. Somehow we managed to keep Laurent alive through the entire goddamn fight. It was crazy. Then we had to kill him. I mean, no, actually we didn't kill him. He just kind of dropped dead at the end for some reason. I guess because, like, he's green. But anyway, that was, like, fucking hard as hell to do. But it was good. That's how you know you have a good team, when you're killing enemies before they kill, like, other people. And this Nightmare Core Knight is, like, the guy you have to kill first. You really have to get rid of this dude. Because he's just this fucking Hammer Bro. Hammer Bros are, like, the toughest fucking thing to deal with in this goddamn game, because they have knockdown combos and stuff, and this person manipulates time. It seems that means they're like a mesmer necromancer cross hybrid. Which all the Nightmare Court seems to be part necromancer for some reason. I had no idea. But Laurent's kind of a dick. Because once again, he has like vines and binding roots plus knockback plus AoE bullshit, killing everything with his giant ass sword. It's like a cone attack, I'm pretty sure. If it's what it feels like. He just swings his sword down, it just feels like it hits everybody around him for some reason. And then he also uses like signets of something. It looks like a guardian signets. I don't know what the fuck he is. He's like a guardian fused with like a warrior fused with like a necromancer fused with like a Sylvari, because he is a Sylvari, explaining the binding fucking roots. I believe we took out all his minions, and now it's pretty much an easy fight of just trying to kill Laurent. Oh, Laurent, die already. See, now he has a warrior signet of some sort on him. I don't know what that is. I don't play a warrior enough, but it looks like he has that guardian symbol for damage reduction, I want to say. I mean, I do have a guardian. Wow, I am just yawning up a storm here. Can drink water. These long-winded videos is what's getting to me. Kind of why I've been dreading doing this recording. I've kind of been putting it off on editing it and stuff like that. But once I got through listening over to the default audio, I was like, wow, this has to be changed. A lot of things have changed. I mean, we have flying raccoons and charred backpacks and game-breaking things like nerfs across the board because warriors being OP as shit is never not enough. I know everyone's like, warriors suck in PvP. It's like, no, god damn it. There's one thing I don't like. It's that when you start building a game that's basically so PvE oriented, you somehow try to make your PvP the game's main focus. It's like, it feels like Guild Wars 2 is trying to make their PvP as big as League of Legends or something like that, which is never going to happen. So I wish they wouldn't. It should be an afterthought, not a main focus. But I digress. We're killing the rot still. If you haven't noticed, it's still going on though. You might want to. Any questions you have to ask me about my builds or about like advice, or if you want to guest and come do a dungeon, or if you want to join a party and do a dungeon in general, because you don't have to guest. That's fine. If you just want to guest and hang out, that's cool too, guys. I don't care. More the merrier. But, you know, whatever. Just tell me. We'll do it. We'll do some fun treasure hunty stuff. I don't know what our guild focus is anymore. It's probably dungeons, I guess, now. That's all our guild does. So if you want to join God Spiral for some great recorded dungeon run activities and beating bosses and stuff in the open world, come join us. We don't like to do World v. World, but we do occasionally. We're not focused on that, though. Though we are invested into it now for some reason, because of guild missions. Made us to. Once again, we're about to unlock level 5. I have the influence right now. We're just researching level 4. It's been taking forever because we don't want to waste influence to speed it up, so it's been like a week. While we're also researching some other stuff. I'm pretty sure it's like politics, level 5 as well. Or is it architecture? I can't remember. It's something else.
I have come for your prize. I have twisted the weak and pitted
Is
allies
against one another. Because fuck you. Also, this branch we're sending on does not exist in the game anymore. So just get on up in there and start running around this guy like it ain't no thing. Cause this dude's a fucking jerk. Here, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? Am I equipping this? Yeah, I guess so. So, if you were doing this the old method, you would sit up here and trap 3 of them. And try your best not to fucking die. Extremely, extremely hard. But, it's not as hard, really, as I thought, doing the kiting aspect of this, because you just run around in circles and just fuck everybody's day up. Also, I appear to be almost fucking dead. Is that 3 yet? Please be 3. I can't count. That's the problem. I see 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's 3. Run! Run! Gotta get away. which I managed to somehow get away from this, but this is the moment of truth. People usually die here. Here I'm just trying to see if anyone makes it or needs help. That doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get in there and help anybody. So, yeah, I'm just going to go over here and start just summoning garbage to basically deal as much DPS as I can, because at this point it's just like, kill the object that is alive. These bosses are more like living objects than actual bosses, it feels like, because first of all, you can't crit them. Just like you can't crit like a golf cart or something, or one of those like carriages in the game, or weapons racks. Anyway, this battle is pretty much straightforward. He can't hit us from back here, but if you're Kainem, you would want to run around and basically defend this area. So, all I'm going to say here, guys, is recaps. They've added a couple of new waypoints. Back there when you defeat Laurent, there's a waypoint back there, which is also very useful. Especially when you're fighting the spider one, come to find out. That's where it really needed to be. I don't know why ArenaNet had that before if they didn't want you exploiting that, like, branch. Because that's really the only way to deal with those spiders, for the love of God. That fight took like 30 minutes by itself. Because wave after wave of spiders, probably more than 30 minutes, probably 40 minutes, just for that fight. Other things, the dungeon changes, here particularly, not really. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below asking, or send me a PM if you want to, or send me a friend invite. Milvera the Corrupt, or Nexus 9, whichever one's on. Probably Nexus 9 is probably the one I'm on the most. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll just let this battle play out so you can actually see it in full, slow-moving glory. Peace, guys.
Vevina's mad.